beautiful Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for May 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your monthly reading for May 2023. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, May is going to be a pretty big month astrologically. We have 3 major events to look out for. The first major one is the full moon eclipse on the 5th of May, and it's in your sign, my beautiful Scorpio. So you're going to feel it most intensely. Eclipses, they tend to bring chaotic energy as well as bring tremendous change. And being in the sign of Scorpio, it can indicate clandestine changes behind the scenes, not only on a personal level, but also on a global scale as well. So anything that's been going on behind the scenes will start to surface from this month right up until the end of the year. And on a personal level, it may drain your energy because you will feel it the most, shall we say. It actually encourages you to make powerful changes in your personal life, changes that you may keep to yourself initially until they are fully realized and you're happy with the results. And whilst it will be exhausting, this eclipse will actually help you with a portal of self-knowledge to confront things that you've outgrown, to declutter your life. And on a global scale, you could see some shocking events that will unfold during this month, and some of these events could be related to the financial sector as we are in Taurus season. Now, they're already giving me an image in the water for you. Let me just really connect to that. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Well, they're giving me a Hamza hand, which is all about protection, but they're showing me something else. Let me see if I can see that. Oh, okay. I'm just going to stop at Hamza hand because I can't see anything more. Okay, I have to, I can't quite get it. It's really blurred. So it was trying to surface there. Maybe it will show itself later on in the reading, but they're not showing me at the moment. So I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Hamza hand, either you'll be gifted one, or you may find one, or you may see lots of images of one over the next 4 weeks, 5 weeks there for the whole month. So look out for that. Hamza hands, they do kind of mean protection and, you know, keeping yourself on your spiritual path, shall we say, connecting to your spiritual gifts and to source. So look out for that. There normally is like an eye and a hand, or, you know, it might not be the Hamza hand exactly, but it may be an image that resembles that as well. So look out for that. I'm not really sure how it connects to you other than what I can give you. And if the other image pops up, I will let you know. Now, as I was saying, it gives you an opportunity to really declutter your life. Anything you've outgrown, you are going to eradicate that from your life. It gives you that portal of self-knowledge. And because Taurus season, it rules money, acquisitions, savings, pensions, inflation, financial structures, and alliances, there may be some surprises on that sector. Now, of course, you are very, very intuitive, my beautiful Scorpio, so you're probably already keeping an eye on these things, and you can already see how things are going. But we've already made a step towards a more digital currency, so you may see some major shifts regarding that on a global scale, not just on a local scale. So watch out for that. Mercury goes direct on the 15th of May. Now that's very positive because it does mean if you've been having any problems with the internet or your emails or any electrical appliances, then things get a little bit easier. From the 15th of May, we start to see better communication, being able to find the words and being more articulate, not stumbling. I definitely find during Mercury retrogrades that I stumble a little bit more over my words. So you may find that it streamlines your energy when we move towards Mercury direct. Then Jupiter actually moves into the sign of Taurus, and that's until May next year. Now that is very positive because Jupiter is a planet of abundance, good luck, good fortune. So it does mean any projects that you've got on the go, you'll start to see a positive improvement in those areas. Also an opportunity to attract more prosperity, more financial abundance your way because it is in the sign of Taurus. However, there's always a however. Let's put it this way. It's a little note, a little aside, just to keep your eye out because of the planetary alignments. Once Jupiter moves into the sign of Taurus, there's a bit of a twist because its first major alignment is a clash with planet Pluto. Now, of course, you are governed by Pluto, so I feel intuitively you already can feel a shift. But what I'm going to tell you right now, Pluto is associated with pandemics. So I know I don't want to hear it either. You know, when I sort of noticed the planetary alignments, I was like, oh no. But anyway, you may be reminded of those difficult times through the media if you watch social media or you watch localized news, things like that. There may also be developments regarding the pandemic. So look out for that. It may be things that perhaps are being developed behind the scenes come to light, or there may be some more dialogue about it, things that we did not know before come to light. Again, intuitively, I feel like you know these things or you have a hunch about these things. We may even see more developments regarding what we've already gone through itself. So look out for that. Again, I don't really want to talk about it and I really don't want to know about it myself. But because the planetary alignment is there, I have to be honest with you and give you what I see so that you can be pre-warned that there may be a little bit more talk on social media or the news regarding those things. And there may be developments within it as well, because when you have a clash with Pluto, it can be that there are developments that we don't really want to look at, but at the same time we have wonderful Jupiter present, so that suggests it's an easier time for us all facing those things. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. Now, what I see this month for you, I'm going to go one more. There's still some more energy that I want to tell you about May on a global or more of a humanity kind of level. But also, I see your cards they're all swords. So you're all up in your mind this month. You're planning. You've got lots of connections going on. Like your synapses are going crazy. Lots of ideas. Also, you're getting very organized. And something you're thinking about, you're actually attracting at this time. So it's very, very positive. But I just want you to be aware of the planetary shifts and alignments there, especially since we move into Taurus season. Things start to slow down a little bit, but it does bring a lot more opportunity to enjoy ourselves as well as attract more prosperity. And I would say it gives us an opportunity to really focus on our budgets, focus on our finances and our responsibilities. It actually encourages us to detox, declutter our life and focus on, protecting all that we've worked hard for so far in case there is any economic fluctuations that may surprise us at some point, shall we say. So it's really important to focus on those areas. If you've got money in certain institutions, for example, you may not want them housed in institutions that are linked via license, because that can indicate you're not insured for the full amount. So I definitely see you restructuring and putting yourself in a really good position. I feel like you've already done things like that, but it's something to keep an eye on, and it's something that keeps coming up in all of the readings. Again, it's not something I really want to focus on, but because it's there, I have to mention it. Now, what's really wonderful for you, Scorpio, your first house of the self, maybe that's why you're all up in your mind this month, the self, you are doing a lot of self-development, and you're really looking at going on a journey of discovery. This time, you may feel compelled to revamp your look, work or deepen your soul searching. This is a period of really focusing on your identity, looking at how far you've come in life and how far you've got to go on something that you really want to achieve. Also, this is a period where you may feel a little bit extra sensitive because that the eclipse is in your sign. So eclipse is chaotic energy, so it may bring up old emotions to the surface so that you can finally get closure on it. There may be thoughts that you really don't want to look at that pop up there. It may make you feel a little bit sensitive and like withdrawing, but because your first house is there, it really asks you where you belong and how you feel about situations. So I definitely see that you're going to be thinking of areas where you give your best, and you may feel sometimes it's never enough, for example, but it is enough. But you may look at areas where you feel you self-sabotage or where you allow fear or feeling of what's that? Give me a feeling right now. I'm trying to imposter syndrome. Okay. Don't allow those things to derail you from your true path, because just when you're about to have a breakthrough in life, or you're about to be very, very successful, sometimes those darker thoughts can pop on in, and it can make us feel like, what's the point? I probably won't be successful in this area. It probably won't go right for me. Or history has taught me that these things go wrong, so I'm just not going to try for it. They're indicating this is a perfect time to shift negative self-talk, and that's the inner self-talk. We all have an inner narrative, and because you've got the lots of swords here, they're really indicating to release that, to release the pressure off yourself. You're actually doing great, and you should be really proud of yourself. But sometimes you may feel that you're not enough because you expect so much of yourself. So they're indicating sometimes you are your worst critic, and this month you may feel a little bit more critical than usual because of that full moon eclipse. So just watch out for that. I feel like you are reaching for something really big in your life. I definitely see lots of new things happening for you. Doing things that you've never done before is really starred for you this month. And they're actually going to go really well. That you're going to be very successful. You're going to be in control of the whole situation. And your plans are becoming a reality. Okay, there's also some really good karma coming for you this month as well. Now also your 7th house takes over about mid-month, and the 7th house is really about partnerships, about your connections. So you're going to really be thinking about the people that you spend your time with, what they bring to the table as much as what you bring to the table. You may be looking at business partnerships if you're in a business, or setting up business partnerships if you want to be in business. Some of you may be looking at the people that you work with if you're in the career sector, and the connections that you have, whether they're positive, negative, and you may make lots of changes and transformations in the way that you deal with those things. Also, if you're in a love relationship, you may be looking at your partnership just to recalibrate the energy to make sure it's more reciprocal, bring the spark back to any relationships that you feel a lot of like day-to-day stuff has got in the way of you spending time with each other. And if you're looking for love, this is a perfect opportunity for you to connect with a soulmate, because the 7th house, you know, makes you feel a little bit more sociable to get out there and connect to love, because the 7th house is all about romance, partnerships, you know, connections. And it's almost like you looking at people in your life as being an extension of yourself. And that's not an egotistical thing. It's an indication that you're very cautious about who you let into your life. You're very conservative with your energy. You don't let anybody in. You don't let everybody in, shall we say. You do let a small group of people get close to be in your inner circle. And I feel like you're looking at the people that you've allowed to get close to you, and, you know, seeing who's got your back, seeing whether they support your dreams and your goals, and just deepening those connections with the people that you care about and that you love. Okay. Now your first card here is the beginning. And I don't know if you noticed when the cards popped out, probably not, but I'll show you side to side. You've got two figures here really submerging. Oh, I got super cold right now. I don't know. It's almost like I got an ice blast. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if you can see, literally goosebumps all over me. I got an ice blast. And it really feels like this month you're really submerging, really emerging from being submerged. Now, some of you may literally, what's that thing? Some people may actually be going on like one of those ice baths, or you're thinking about it, or maybe you've been seeing it everywhere. I can't really remember There's a famous person who does it. I can't really remember off the top of my head. I'll have to look into it. It may come to me. But they're showing me ice baths. Now, I'm not telling you all to go out and have an ice bath. What I feel is more that you're emerging, okay? And they're actually giving me a song right now as well that goes along with this energy. Let me just connect to those lyrics. Oh, okay, this song has come up before, maybe a couple of years ago, and maybe not for your sign, but I've definitely heard this song in one of the readings before, and it's showing up for you right now. Back to life, back to reality. Oh, I live at the top of the block. No more room for trouble and fuss. Need a change, a positive change. Look, it's me writing on the wall. I think it said, look, it's me writing on the wall. Yeah, I think it said that. Now that song's very famous. You know, I always was really good with the chorus, but never really paid much attention to the actual lyrics. It's quite nice lyrics actually. It's by Soul to Soul, if I remember rightly. And I feel it's relevant because these figures, they're moving up. Okay, they're going to the top, and that's where you're headed. So at the top of the block. So I feel for some of you, you're reaching for something it's going to be very, very successful. Whatever it is you're reaching for, it's going to be different for everyone. But I feel after a period of feeling either that you've been in hibernation, or that you've been off grid, or you've just been disconnected from your sense of self or your sense of what life is or was. I mean, that song literally says back to life, right? Back to reality. So some of you are emerging after a period of personal development, and you are, you know, a force to be reckoned with is what I'm getting. So the fact that we've got two figures really emerging, it's really exciting for you. This is a big month for change, and you are you're stepping right into prosperity. I mean, you're reaching for the sun energy here, and I feel like you're getting very organized to be very successful. Whether you're in the working environment or whether you're, you know, retired, I really get a sense that some of you are just, well, I get the majority energy of you being very, very organized and getting stuff done and being super successful at completing your tasks or your projects, okay? And I feel like you're looking at your life from your first house perspective of, what does this work say about me? What is my legacy? Who am I? What do I want to achieve? How do I have to implement my energy to get to where I want to go? So I feel like you're really going to be asking those bigger philosophical questions this month. And the Fool card indicates it's almost like you're rediscovering yourself or rediscovering fun. Some of you may have been working really hard and been focused on your projects and you know, building finances, and you just want to kick back, relax, and get out there and have fun. Because the Fool card does remind us that life, it is serious sometimes. We've got to focus on our responsibilities. But with the Fool card, it's like you want to find a little bit more time for fun in your life. And that's exactly what you're going to be finding this month. Now, the Fool card indicates a lot of potential. Some of you may be beginning new projects, or you may be opening yourself up to that playfulness of life. You're freeing yourself up from something. And lots of you are going to have wonderful original ideas. Some of you may even put yourself on a journey of discovery, or even put yourself out there to go on an adventure. It could be a spiritual adventure, because we've got the Magician card energy there. And we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is really about, you know, charitable events. So some of you will be distributing your energy, not spreading yourself thin, but you may connect to events where, for example, if you went on a spiritual retreat, there may be an element of it where you help a local community, or some of the money that is raised during this event goes towards charity. So I definitely see that you are connecting to your humanitarian side as well, and looking, it's almost like I'm seeing someone looking at what you purchase and looking at where you put your time and your energy and how it helps others. So for example, if you're purchasing something on the menu, and there's lots to choose from on the menu, and there's something that really catches your eye, and also a percentage of the price of the menu, or the meal rather, goes towards charity. So for example, if you pick, like, I don't know, you pick a salad and it says $2 of this price goes to help a certain community or helps a certain charity. I feel like you're drawn to the meal on purpose so that you're like investing in humanitarian causes at the same time. I know that sounds really random, but that's something that's coming up, and I can't understand why it's coming up, but maybe it's something that someone's already connected to or may just have decided to do. I'm not sure. I've never seen anything like that before, but that's maybe you run a business and you're thinking about doing something like that. So please take it as it resonates. I definitely get a sense of your generosity this month, and you'll find a way to be generous. In more ways than one, not just with money, but with your time, your care, and your devotion to your family and friends. Because I feel a lot of you may have been all up in your mind or be thinking about something, focusing on projects, and you may have felt that you haven't had enough time to give to family or friends. And I feel that you're going to distribute your time a little bit better this month, so you can have some time for fun, but also have time to kick back and relax with the people that you really care about. Because life is all about building memories and being with the people that you care about. And I feel that's something that you're really going to be connected to because of your 7th house. Now, the Fool card indicates you launching something or liberating yourself to discover a new path. This may manifest in ways where you look at your environment, your local environment, and think, you know what? I never tried that new restaurant that's just across town, or there's a new cafe opening up just across the street. Some of you are going to really rediscover areas that you used to connect to that perhaps you haven't for a while. And with the I'm also getting a wonderful comment here. Someone's going to give you a compliment in the month of May where you do not look your age. You look a lot younger than your age. Okay, so this is not flattery is what they're giving me. This person means it. Okay, so there's definitely a compliment about your looks and your age. I mean, you may not want people commenting on your looks, but I feel it's a compliment about you have a lot of knowledge, you're very mature for your energy, and you do not look your age. You look a lot younger. Okay, also with the Fool card, this can be that you are setting something up, and you may be starting something new. As I said right from the very beginning, I'm picking up an energy of you doing things that you've never done before. And whilst you may feel like you're inexperienced, you have so much potential. Even if you're at the beginning of something, you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. You're an old soul, and you tend to just have this knowingness about you as well. And I feel you're going to liberate yourself and set something up. It could be the beginning of the way you approach yourself. It could be the way, a beginning of approaching a project in a different way, or your work in a different way, or you're actually just, surrendering to the universe to see where you end up. I feel you're definitely in the flow of things. And when you get the Fool card, this indicates that the universe is indicating it's time for new things to enter your life, new people, new experiences. And I feel it's really important to have the Fool card here, because with so many swords, it's like, don't overthink the process. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. If there's something that you want to launch, get out there, take that leap of faith and go for it. It's going to be very, very successful for you. Even though a lot of you may have felt that you've had very low energy and you may not have known why, you may actually be launching a new diet or an exercise routine, or just finding the momentum or the motivation to really get up and be in a very productive state to get stuff done. Okay. Now, also with the Fool card, they're just giving me this energy of jumping straight into something. If it feels good, just go for it, is what they're giving me. I would always say, do your due diligence. I'm a Scorpio as well. So you tend to, my beautiful Scorpio, just like my energy, maybe we're not all the same, but I'm picking up the majority energy right now. Life is like a chessboard for you. You always are 5 or 6 moves ahead of the other component, or the other opponent, or the universe. It's almost like in your mind, you've always thought of about 5 or 6 outcomes before you commit yourself to something, because you always like to make sure that you're covered or that you're secure. And I definitely see you approaching something this month where you've really thought about it from every angle of every eventuality, the positives and the negatives of the situation, just to make sure that it goes your way. And I feel that's very exciting. Okay. Page of Swords, this is something you've been thinking about doing for some time. So it could be launching a new business, or it could be buying a home, because we've got the keys there. My guides are literally pointing to the keys. So some of you may literally pick up the keys to a new home this month, or there's some sort of real estate energy. You could be currently looking to move and investing. And I definitely see that some of you, it may be your first time. You may be a first-time buyer there, and it's exciting. They're also giving me that you're going to see lots of butterflies, okay? Lots of butterflies as omens that this change is positive. Now, for some of you, if you've come to this reading and you don't have a job, perhaps you lost it before you come to this reading, or you walked away from it. If you're looking for a new job opportunity, I see one coming on in that is going to change everything. You're going to have more control, more freedom of speech, more opportunity to get your ideas across and be respected for all your talents and your gifts. I definitely see a promotion on the horizon if you're in a working environment already. I feel you're stepping into a position that gives you more responsibility, more money, but also more international links is what I'm seeing. So for example, you may head up a department that has links to countries abroad, or you may have to have lots of communication with people abroad. And I definitely see this being you. It's like a stepping stone to a more rewarding future, but also you're on the way up. And again, if you've got placements in Leo, I know I always say that, but there's definitely a feeling of elevation going on in that reading as well. So if you do have placements, check that out. Now, the Page of Swords, pages, they bring news, and there is definitely some great news headed your way right at the beginning of the month, okay? Something that may spin you off to investigate it further. What I am seeing here, and I'm going to pull a quick card on it, and this came up briefly in the Leo reading, so I have to mention it because it's coming up. Some of you may be very unsure about the way things are at the moment in the world. I mean, everybody is, of course, but intuitively, I feel like you're trying to check in and be very cautious with some of the changes that are being brought about right now. I feel like you're not wanting to rush into these things. I feel deep down, intuitively, you know which direction life is headed in, and some of you may be worried about the way things are going to go. But I feel that you've got a plan. I feel like you are trying to find every eventuality to make sure that you're covered. Should there be any restructures or changes that perhaps you feel a little bit hesitant to accept right now. These may be governmental changes, they may be financial changes. There's definitely a hesitancy regarding change, but you can see it. What I'm seeing here is you can see it, and I feel you're very much in a strong position to manifest better opportunities for you during these difficult times. I mean, I actually clarified for Leo as well, and they got the Two of Cups and they got the Ten of Cups also. So I feel you and your family, I do feel like you're putting yourself in a very good position. You're attracting more prosperity, and with the Two of Cups, I feel like you're not alone in the situation. You're going to find that a lot of people agree with you, that there's certain steps behind the scenes, shall we say, because of course Pluto will bring the hidden to light. Some of the changes that are going on behind the scenes on a global level, I feel you're going to realize you were right. Okay, pay close attention to your hunches. You were right. And I feel there's been a lot of responsibility on your shoulders right now to feel like you've got to protect your family or you've got to protect your finances. I feel definitely that weight of the world on your shoulders will be lifted. The pressure will be lifted this month, okay? And I feel intuitively you're going to be given nudges in the direction that you should be headed in. Now, I don't know who needs to hear that. I don't really want to go to that energy, but that's definitely being picked up in this reading as well. The Queen of Cups, follow your heart. Implement self-care, release the pressure, and recognize that you have a lot to offer in life. The Queen of Cups is secure your emotions and that you are secure. Use your intuition, okay, and all will be well. And it's very important for you to, I feel like you're looking at life in terms of, it's almost like you're reflecting on your security and knowing that you're worthy of respect, love, and that people need to respect your inner knowingness. Okay, I feel, again, there's something here that you were right about. It will come to light. The hidden will come to light. You were right about it. And I feel like you're not going to be like, I told you so, because I feel you've got bigger things on your mind. But I also feel that It will help you develop your spiritual gifts and your inner knowing, whatever this is. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there because that was very, I don't know, very cloaker. Yeah, I don't know. It's just very odd energy to come through, but I'm just giving it to you like that. Now, the Page of Swords with the Five of Swords, something's really been on your mind, okay? And it may not be just global events. It may be something on a personal level that's been causing you a little bit of pressure. You've been under a lot of stress recently. Five of Swords indicates a bit of tension. I'm really getting an energy around the shoulders and neck area. You may have had a stiff neck recently, or you may have one in May, is what they're indicating, because they're showing me that you need a positive outlet for your tension or for your excess energy. So just watch out for that. Five of Swords, there may have been someone or something in your life that has been trying to push your buttons or has not been acting in the highest regard. You may have come across very selfish people, or you may feel there's been a bit of conflict or unfairness in a certain situation. This could be in a work environment, it could be in a friendship. I see you walking away from this. So if, for example, you're in a toxic work environment and you feel that some people are disgracing themselves with their behavior, there's a lot of office politics, a lot of trying to win at all costs. I feel like you're not engaging in that. You're actually putting your resume out there to find new opportunities. And I feel if you haven't had a new opportunity already, it's not too far away. I definitely see you talking to a new work environment and you being, I feel like you're leveling up. I actually feel like you're going, well, the King of Swords tells me that you're actually stepping into a leadership position. This could be a new position. For some of you, you may have had a lot of pressure on in your work environment right now, and it's because you've been working towards a promotion. It will be offered to you. I definitely see that there's two people up for this. There is competition. I'm not going to lie to you. Some of you may have been a little bit worried, but I feel you are very talented and your skills speak for themselves, and you'll be picked over the other person, okay? And I feel the money, what I see is it's a little bit more money, okay? But I feel like it will staircase as you move throughout the position. So it's not that you're like, oh, more responsibility, more work, only a little bit more money. I mean, a little bit more money will go a long way. But I do see there's more finances in the future to come with this role, okay? Now, I'm going to pull a card on these two cards, just to clarify these two cards, but I feel like there is a little bit of a fly in the ointment in the month of May. Nobody likes to hear that, I know, but I want to see what that is for you. Or you could be dealing with something that was a little bit of a fly in the ointment. It could be a delay in something, or it could be someone, you find out someone is playing childish games, or you may, I mean, it could be even a third party. For example, if you're going through like an insurance claim, you may feel that you're not being listened to, or they're just being complacent, or they haven't escalated your issue, or if you are trying to, challenge maybe a payment on your account, or you have to deal with calling like a call center, you have an expectation that your needs will be met and listened to. You may find that that's not the case, and you may have to revisit the situation a couple of times, and it will feel very frustrating. Okay, so I just want to clarify what this is, because it seems to be a conversation, or it seems to be some sort of communication. So for example, if you bought a product during Mercury retrograde and you have to return it because something doesn't work, or it's delayed, or it came in the post and it was all broken, or it came at the wrong time, you may try to return it, and you may find that there is a challenge or a kickback against it, and you have to fight your corner regarding it. You will win is what they're showing me. You will win, and but what they're indicating is there may be a little bit of frustration, whatever that is. It's going to be different for everyone, but they're indicating there may be a frustrating moment where you have to call a call center or call somebody who's qualified to deal with your inquiry to help you get it resolved, okay? Four of Wands also indicates that, you will win that situation. You'll be successful in that situation. It will be resolved. Harmony will reign. But I feel be prepared for a little bit of, frustrating energy in the beginning of May is what I see. Now, also, some of you may have felt that you have been off grid for a little while, and, you may have this real desire to be a little bit more sociable than usual, get out there and have fun. The Four of Wands is an invitation. I see lots of invitations coming this month from people that you haven't seen or heard from in quite some time. These could be friends that dropped off the radar just like you did for a little while, and they may suddenly say, hey, do you want to meet up for a drink or a catch up? Or I definitely feel like the month of May, the weather is going to be a little bit better is what they're giving me, and you're just going to feel a little bit more like getting out there and having fun, connecting to good people, and just, you know, letting your hair down a little bit. Some of you may connect to creative collaborations or feel a bit more creative and productive than usual. The Four of Wands is all about the home space, and it can indicate a homecoming. So if you haven't seen a member of family for a while, someone may visit, but this is a card of celebration. So there is an indication here that some news that comes in that either has been delayed or has caused frustration, it will end in celebration. Okay, and for example, if you're buying a property and there's been lots of documents to go over, and there's been like moments where you think, oh, it's not going to go through, or you're trying to purchase something and there's been, you know, just some problems, even if they're legal problems, I feel like they will be overcome. And the Four of Wands says you celebrate this situation and it all works out the way you'd been hoping for. Something you've been waiting for, you get great news on it, and it'll transform that situation. Now, this month really is about managing your stress levels, because you have had a lot on your shoulders, my beautiful Scorpio, and I feel it's really important, some of you, to get a little bit more organized with your energy. Now, don't shoot the messenger when I say this. I'm not saying that you've been procrastinating, but you may have felt a little bit low energy, and I definitely see that a lot of you are going to look at food sources regarding this sort of decline in energy. So you may be looking at the diet that you've been having. You may be focused on cutting out things that just don't make you feel energized or motivated. You may actually look at your exercise routines. I really feel like you are going through a period of trying to bring more energy into your life, and you may do it through food, food substances. That definitely is something that's very relevant for you at the moment. Now, even though we've got a pyramid here, they're actually showing me a pyramid. Well, they're actually showing me two pyramids with like energy sources rising from it. They're showing me it in the water. I'm scrying at the same time as you're doing your reading. Now, pyramids tend to indicate having a solid foundation, or, you know, a grounded, earthy foundation to challenge your energy or channel your energy in a positive way. So it can mean that you've been very scattered in your energy recently and you need to ground yourself more. That could be through food, or it could be through exercise, or a little bit more rest is what they're giving me. Your sleeping patterns may have been a little bit off, or they may be a little bit off as we move throughout this full moon eclipse on the 5th there. So just make sure you get enough rest. But they're also indicating, thanks so much, I'm truly grateful, you looking at food and how it affects your mood, your body, and your energy. And they're actually changing the pyramid into, well, it's still a pyramid, but it's like a triangle of different colors, and there's words in that. And I'm just going to really focus on what those words are. One moment, please. Physiological, safety. Now, I can't quite, this is a little bit blurred. Love, it's either love and belonging or love and believing. I think it's love and belonging. Okay, and then we've got esteem. That's it, esteem. And then self-actualization. And then there's a little bit more. They've got different colors on it. It starts with red, then there's orange, yellow, green, blue, and then there's like a white-gray period at the top, and it says the word transcendence. Oh, wow. They've actually given me the word twice, transcendence. So I feel like you're really checking in with yourself. And now I want to say, this is actually a thing. I want to say, okay, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. They're trying to give me that there is a very famous pyramid that is by somebody. I want to say, they're giving me a word, Maslow. I'll spell it for you. M-A-S-L-O-W? Maslow? Yeah. I mean, it could be Maslow. Maslow. Oh, okay, I don't really know how I say that or how I'm meant to say that, but they're giving me that word, and they're giving me an energy of the hierarchy of needs. Now, somewhere in the back of my psyche, I feel like I know that. I'm not sure why, but they're giving me that. So maybe this is something that you've been interested in or you've been studying, or maybe this is something that you'll be focused on. I mean, the hierarchy of needs kind of indicates, you know, you checking in at where you are on the scale or the pyramid that they're showing me right now. So it could be a symbol of your quest for meaning, soul searching. I mean, that song back to life that came up there as well, that was by Soul to Soul, and it even had in that song you being at the top of the block or something. So maybe this is about you and your position in your life right now. This is a very deep philosophical month for you. So I don't know who needs to hear that or who is like connecting to that, but that's what they show me in the water right now. This may mean absolutely nothing to you right now, but in the next 4 weeks, it's just going to pop up into your life. In the month of May, this is going to pop into your life. And this is about your development, your personal development, and your self-evaluation. And if you're dissatisfied with any part of your life, you're really checking in the exchange and you're trying to make changes in order to reach for the positive, to reach for. I mean, the Sun card does mean energy, and it also means personal awareness and happiness and success and growth. So I do feel that's something you're going to be focused on this month, but there's something here that you've been planning for such a long time, and you've been very organized. You've been just doing it. You've been very precise about it as well. It's going to be very successful. There's a lot of abundance headed your way and a lot of success, but most importantly, there is illumination. There is clarity. So if you've been feeling a little bit lost or feeling a little bit clouded recently, or you feel like direction has been a little bit, you know, cloudy, I definitely see that you're going to get clarity and know the direction that you're headed in. I mean, this card, it's the illumination card, and it's in the resistance position. So anything that's been hidden from you will come to light. So whether that's within your working environment, whether that's within a global scale, like news, you're going to discover that you were right about something. Okay, that keeps coming up here. Eight of Swords, it really empowers you because the Eight of Swords is in this position, which is a resistance position. So I definitely feel this energy of freedom, of liberation, of moving out of worry into a state of knowingness. And that's very, very important for you. I feel like you're escaping a situation. So even if you've been off grid for a little while and you've just been focusing on your needs, your family's needs, maybe that's what it is. You felt a lot of responsibility. I feel May is a month where you're just going to have a little bit more fun and start focusing on you a little bit more. And there's more success headed in your direction as well. Now, the Sun card can indicate relationships blossoming. And because we have a King of Swords and we've got a Queen of Swords here, if there's someone you've been thinking about, they're thinking about you. So if you're single and there's someone who's on your mind, this person is also thinking about you. Now, this person, they normally are very detached in their energy. They actually hold a candle for you. And what they're indicating is that this person, they pretend, and I mean, this could be unhealthy energy. So keep your eye on it, I would say. This person, they almost like pretend that they don't have any feelings for you because actually they feel very deeply for you. Their feelings actually scare them. So I'm just going to pull a card on that and see who that is. I mean, because we got Mercury retrograde, it could be that there's someone that has been very afraid to express their feelings. They liberate themselves. It could be someone like an ex. Oh no, it's someone new. The Fool card, it's someone new. This is someone who's younger than you. So the Hermit, they're on their own. Even though they're younger than you, they're an old soul. They know what they want. King of Cups, and they want Scorpio. They want you, okay? They have real deep feelings for you. King of Cups there, this indicates this person has a lot of deep feelings for you, and they will make it known. They will tell you in the month of May, okay? You'll know by their actions as well, because they try to do stuff for you, or they will try to be really helpful and say, hey, would you like me to help with this? Or if you're looking for a piece of information, they may give it to you and say, oh, I found this. Just came to me by chance. Nope, it didn't come by chance. They actually researched it until very late into the night in order to get all the information to give it to you, because this person loves, okay? So look out for that. I feel you have a secret admirer. Okay, and in the month of May, it's going to be very apparent this person thinks about you a lot. How do you feel about this person? Let me just see. Ooh, Queen of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Now, you may be detached from this person. You do think about this person, but I feel like you'll be very direct. You may feel that this person has a third-party situation going on. Let me pull a card on that. I don't really like to get into that energy in the monthlies, but you may work with this person, or this person may be an integral part of your life. For example, it may be a part of a group that you connect to, or a spiritual practice, or it could be one of your friends, and I feel like you don't want to cross a line. Okay, that's why I feel there's a detachment there. So it doesn't always have to be like third-party situation. Does not mean someone has someone else. It can mean that there is an alternative reason why you feel it's best to keep your arm's length with this person. Can you show me a little bit more? The Death card. Okay. Now, some of you may feel like this person's just come out of a relationship. Yeah, and you may feel like they're looking for fun. This person actually has deep feelings. But I do feel there's something here. You're more focused on your projects right now, and I feel like you don't want to be derailed from those projects. If you're looking for love, there is a potential for you to be with this person, but I feel that they may work in the same sector as you, or you just don't want to get involved because you feel it may not be healthy for you at this time. Okay, the Knight of Wands indicates, you know, you're determined for a new adventure. You're looking for someone who is very passionate, intense, not someone who's detached and, you know, harboring secret feelings. You want someone who's bold. You want someone who's willing to put their heart on the line and say, you know what, I love you. I want to be with you. Not someone who simmers in the background and says, yeah, I kind of like you and I kind of would love it to go somewhere. But, you know, how do you feel? You want the passion. You want the intensity. So I feel whilst this could be a match, I feel this person, they do have a lot of deep feelings, a lot of passion, but I do feel that this person, you prefer someone who's a little bit more assertive. Let's put it that way. That's what I'm picking up there, okay? Now, the Queen of Swords in this position, on a personal level, I feel like you're going to get a little bit more organized this month. This is about you focusing on your plans and being really direct with the universe and saying, this makes me happy. I want more of this. This really works for me. I want more of this. And you're not being demanding. You're actually saying to the universe, I'm open to doing the work. I'm opening to invest my energy into my projects and being realistic and straightforward about what I can achieve. And you're just going to make it happen. I feel like you've got your eye on some sort of prize this month, and you do not want to be derailed from those aspects. Also, you are super sufficient. You are someone who is self-sufficient, and you are very independent, and I feel like you're very, very strong in your energy. You're overcoming a lot of fears this month. So some of you, you may have like a fear of heights, or you may have a fear of sleeping in the dark. I feel whatever those fears are, and I'm just giving you a few to give you an example, whatever those fears are, you're actually liberating yourself from those this month, and you're seeing that actually it's all in your mind. Now, I want to be careful with that sentence because, you know, fears that are in the mind are very important because they take control. And I feel more than anything, you're just going to realize that you have the strength and the power to overcome them, that you are more in command of your thoughts in your mind, and that anything you've been struggling with, you're just going to be more in control and override the fear, okay? It's like feel the fear, do it anyway. You're just going to not let fear get in your way with anything that you desire. I just noticed they did say butterflies are going to be really relevant, and I could see that there's one there, but I just realized like there's so many butterflies in both these cards and even in these cards. So something that you're thinking about is actually going to transform your life, okay? Whether it's a new position, whether it's a plan, whether it's something you do to you, like you're using your voice. So you could be like writing some poetry or, you know, doing a piece of art. Your voice is going to be in that. However you express yourself this month is going to be very successful. Some of you may write a screenplay or poetry, or you may have a presentation or even an appraisal this month. It's going to be very, very successful. You're going to elevate this month as well. Now, Eight of Swords in this position, again, it does indicate that you are liberating yourself from fear, but also you're seeing something clearly that was hidden before. And I definitely see there's a lot on offer for you to realize this month. Maybe that's what that pyramid is also about. Self-actualization, realizing that you have a gift that goes deeper than anything that, you know, you've experienced before. The Eight of Swords also indicates escape. So some of you may actually take a vacation off to the sun. You may, you know, have a moment of freedom where you have some rest and recovery. This also indicates that anything that you've been worried about recently or struggling with, because it's in this position, it indicates you've got this. It's all going to work out in your favor. It's actually a very positive turn of events, and you're going to see lots of improvements. So if you've been worrying about like the price of living, all the food prices going up and things like that, I feel like you get really organized and you have a plan. And the way you approach it, the way you make adjustments, you actually find that you got more money in your pocket, okay? I feel like there's always a solution to anything that you've been struggling with, and the universe actually steps in to give you some great news and some financial prosperity at the end of the month as well. You're going to find unexpected resources as well. There's some happy surprises this month, things that you were not expecting, and it's almost like you're preparing yourself for the worst when actually the best is delivered, okay? Now, I would look out for pyramids, triangles, that Maslow or Maslov thing that came up there, that pyramid, the hierarchy of needs. I mean, I rarely get things like that. It seems very psychological, and it doesn't show up readily in my reading, so there's obviously a reason for that. They're also showing me 1616, the number 16, double numbers. So lots of numerical synchronicity indicating a lot of change, but they're giving me that 1616 is a deep period of personal discovery like you've never experienced before. So this is a big transformational month for you. They're indicating you are the manifester and creator. Actually, you do have that card. And everything you wish for is possible now this month. And you're on the right track to level up, whether it's for a leadership position or whether it's to take command over a project or take command over your thoughts, or even, you know, complete tasks that perhaps you've left undone, because I definitely see that you're going to be in a very productive state. Some of you may be moving. I'm seeing lots of boxes right now, or some of you are just getting organized and putting things in boxes or compartmentalizing things in order to restructure your life. The Death card at the end symbolizes, of course, change and also breaking all habits. So whether it is worry or catastrophizing situations, or whether it is you reaching for foods that make you feel low energy or sluggish, whatever it is, you're cutting it out and you're making space for better energy. You're making space for success. And if anyone has tried to push your buttons or really put the pressure on you, I feel like you're standing your ground and you're saying, no, I'm more in control of this situation. Also, I feel like you're transforming the way you look at yourself. This is a big one. The way you look at yourself and seeing how much potential you have for success, for fun, to bring the brighter things in your life. And anything that's been holding you down, it's going to be relieved from you. They're giving me the word evolution. So this is a very important regenerative stage for you, where you're releasing anything you've outgrown. You're evolving. This is a big month for evolution for you. They always say with the butterfly, you know, the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis, and the butterfly, it actually, it is formed from nothingness. So the caterpillar actually goes into the chrysalis and dissolves its sense of self. So perhaps you've been feeling a little bit lost recently, or you felt that your sense of self has been very confusing, or you felt very unsure about which path to take, or you've just been really reassessing your life and asking yourself, where do I belong, or who am I? How do I fit in? This month is really going to be about spreading your wings and becoming and realizing how to proceed and what is right for you and your path. Now, we do have the Hangman energy here, so I feel like you've had to sacrifice some things in order to go on this deep journey of discovery. Some of you may have gone off grid for a while, and a long while. You may have gone like completely off radar to some of your friends in order to go through some major changes. It will be worth it, okay? The Hangman indicates new wisdom, and a different perspective on life. But more than that, it indicates that anything you've been worrying about, relax, don't fret. You can see things from new perspectives, and when it's time to act, you will know, because you're very talented, you're very gifted at what you do. The Hangman indicates you're about to discover new lands or new ways of doing things. So even if you don't want to leave your workspace, or you don't want to relocate in terms of your home, you may approach these places or the way you do things in a different way. For example, discovering new cafes or restaurants in your area, or talking to neighbors that you haven't talked to before, or even approaching your work in a different way, or restructuring things that help you streamline your energy and have more time for you. Now, we also have the Magician card. This is very, very positive. This indicates you're in a very strong law of attraction. Let me get my teeth back in my mouth. It's Mercury retrograde. I keep stumbling over my words. Come the 15th of May, I'll be much better. But with the Magician card, this indicates your inner power and your ability to bring things to life at will. However, have you ever noticed that you've just thought about something like flippantly, and then suddenly it shows up in your world? Or you've thought about a person just off the cuff, they message you? Remember, sometimes when we're manifesting, we can control it too much. We can really focus on it to the point where we actually stifle it. So it's really important to trust the universe and say, I surrender. That's what that Hangman is about. I surrender to the changes, I surrender to the process, and I trust that the universe has my back. With the Magician card, you're actually in control, and you're manifesting at a very high frequency. You're turning your visions into reality using inspired actions. Your thoughts, which are here, are literally becoming things, okay? The universe is helping you develop something, and it's delivering what you asked for. You see that big hand there, the universe, something you've been waiting for, or you've been putting effort into, and you've been hoping for it to work out in your favor. The universe is delivering it this month, and it's very prosperous for you. The Magician tells me that you are so talented at what you do. You're so gifted. Everything you need is within you, okay? The Magician is actually a very important message of your inner magic. You are someone who is very charismatic. People are attracted to your light, your intensity, and your mystery, okay? You have gifts here that perhaps you've not been exploring, so you may uncover a hidden talent this month that you can turn into a job or into a hobby that attracts more finances. But I feel with this card, there's going to be a little bit of magic. Things turn out exactly the way you hope for at the end of the month. Remember that all is well, and it shall be so, is what they're giving me. Things will work out and manifest beautifully for you. Something you've been investigating, it's showing up for you, okay? And it's good news. They keep showing me that something you've been investigating. So, for example, if you've been, if you have a crush on somebody and you've been keeping your distance and you've been just keeping an eye on the situation and trying to work out, does this person like me? Because I see someone really looking at body language. You're going to find out that this person actually does have feelings for you, okay? And if, for example, you've put your resume out there to try and see what other job opportunities are out there, you're going to find an even better position that brings more money and uses and utilizes your skill set and respects you a lot more as well. If you're retired, some of you may be deciding to relocate to a new environment or a new country, or even just a new state, somewhere where you can kick back, relax, enjoy nature, develop your spiritual gifts, and find peace of mind. This area is somewhere where you hear lots of birds. I'm hearing loads of birds right now. Somewhere in nature. So I definitely see a lot more connecting to nature. This month definitely seems to be more about quietening your mind and finding inner peace as well. Now, the King of Swords, thinking before you act. You're in a state of analysis. So this is about you harnessing your power, harnessing your thoughts, being really honest with yourself and getting clear on what you want to do before you take action on it. Some of you may, if you have your own business and you're an entrepreneur, you'll definitely have international links, or your business will be far-reaching. You may expand to other countries or other states, whether that's getting property to expand your business, or whether it is international, like links via the internet, because we've got all the swords here, which really means internet links. So some of you will be expanding on an electronical scale. If you're thinking about setting up your own business and you're just starting it, it's going to be such a success. Go for it. You've got the power, you've got the knowledge, you've got the smarts, and you've got the drive to get stuff done, and you're going to be very successful. And I feel you're also going to be able to strongly express who you are through this business. Now, something you've been keeping your eye on something. I'm going to pull a card on it. You've been keeping your eye on something, and again, this came up in the Leo reading. I feel it's to do with the world at large. I want you to be aware, sometimes we can watch things that will use certain dialogue to make you feel afraid, okay? Clickbait. You know, notice whenever you watch like the news, they use words like today, an intense experience happening in a different country. I'm just trying to give you the words. They may use words like intense or urgent or emergency, and it heightens your energy. So really pay close attention who you give your time, your energy, and your focus to. This is important because it changes your frequency. When we are constantly in a state of fear or anxiety, it actually stifles our growth and it stifles our manifestation skills. Okay, so just watch out for that. Okay, so again, the Two of Swords is like being hesitant or unsure about something, having your defenses up. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. So some of you may be a little bit unsure about your finances right now, but they will grow. It's definitely an opportunity for you to build a life of luxury. I see a lot more financial reward headed in your direction. Also with the Two of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, some of you may be looking at getting into a relationship, or you are in a relationship and you're trying to exert your sense of independence. You tend to lose yourself in a relationship. You merge with another person's energy. So you may be trying to really discover your sense of self within this relationship and, you know, make sure you keep that independent part of yourself alive by going off on a little trip by yourself, or off to the cinema by yourself, or doing things that you love for you, because you want to keep that sense of identity, especially because your first house is indicated. If you are unsure about love and you're looking for love, this is a very strong month for you to find it. The Two of Swords indicates stagnant energy, and if you feel like your love life is stalled because you've been focusing on projects and, you know, building finances and looking after your family, having a lot of responsibilities, and really trying to create a financial foundation that makes you feel secure, I feel you have been learning a lot of lessons about the energy that you give. You tend to overgive in relationships, but I feel you will meet a soulmate this month, or, you know, it indicates there may be stagnant energy, but you need to put yourself in a position to meet someone new. So getting out there and peacocking yourself, this tends to mean, you know, show yourself about a little bit. Come out of hiding, my beautiful Scorpio. Now, this could be in the form of picking up a hobby, or doing, you know, some sort of group session where you learn new skills. You're doing something for you, and inadvertently you're finding new love. So that's definitely popping up there if you're looking for love. But also at grassroots, this can indicate that tap into your intuition. You know, don't have any distractions. Really check in with yourself. Take a pause. If you need to think about something, it's important to take the time you need and not allow anything to distract you or derail you. The Nine of Pentacles is really about checking in with yourself and checking in with the, you know, your position and the energy that you give. As you can see, we've got 6 pentacles there and 3 pentacles there. That's really about being in control of the energy or the focus that you give. And it's important because you're manifesting at this time. And if you're in a constant state of worry or fear, it means you're manifesting more situations to be fearful or worried about. Okay, so just be a little bit more mindful. Thoughts become things. And the Two of Cups at grassroots, it literally means you're manifesting at your heart's frequency. So that's why they want you to be in, you know, sure that you're manifesting from a more lighthearted point of view. We've got the Magician there, which indicates also that you are in control of what you're manifesting right now. And there is a certain element of alchemy this month, where something you've been thinking about for such a long time is showing up for you, and it's going to be something to celebrate, okay? Now, Six of Pentacles, there is a real breakthrough here for you. Also, I'm getting an energy of you being gifted something this month. They're actually showing me someone giving you a gift. So, I mean, it could be that you get something free this month. Could be like a cup of coffee or a croissant or something, you know, someone may pay it forward and pay for your groceries. They're showing me someone giving you a gift. Now, it could even be that, you know, you haven't seen a family member or a friend for a while and they've been away and they give you a gift like a magnet or something, you know, like a keepsake of where they went. But I'm definitely see you being given a gift. And why that's relevant is because on the other side of you being given that gift, the universe is delivering some great news and there's more financial resources available to you, okay? This month, it's very important as well for you not to spread yourself too thin, but also make sure you have time for family and friends, the people that you care about the most. Now, I feel like you got a lot of options this month. If you are looking for a new project or a new business, if you're setting up a stream of income, it may be a second stream of income. So make sure you don't spread yourself too thin, but it will be very successful. Where your attention goes, success will flow is what they're giving me. Now, the Six of Pentacles also indicates more balance and harmony in your life. They're also indicating someone that you showed a kindness to will repay the favor. Okay, someone you showed a kindness to will repay the favor out of the blue. When you get the Six of Pentacles, it also indicates, yes, you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders and you always put your family first or your friends or your soul tribe first. Make sure you leave some time for you. Make sure you invest in yourself as well. And remember, your own needs is what they're indicating, because you're someone who's very generous, very kind, and you'd give your last dime away to help someone you really care about. Make sure you leave a little bit of something for yourself, okay? And I'm not just talking about finances, I'm talking about your energy. You're always there, you try to fix people or help people in their situation. You always come to people's aid because you're someone who's a really good friend, you're someone who's a really good soul, and you're always helping people. So you're about to get some really good karma for that. They want you to be aware of that. Something you've been reaching for is going to bring a lot of success and happiness, a lot of abundance. And if there's been any problems with a person or a work environment or a family member, those things will be resolved, is what they're indicating. Now, also, they're giving me this energy, and I mean, you may have felt that nothing has been going right for you, or you may have felt, especially since this card has come out, I mean, with the Five of Swords, it can mean that no matter how hard you've tried in a certain situation, something has made you feel defeated, or you may have felt, oh, there's got to be an alternative way to approach this thing because it's just not working for me right now. Why is it not working? So you may adjust your approach. I've already indicated that you'll adjust your approach to something and it will be very positive and there will be a lot of success there. Now they want me to go again, so I am. And one more. Okay. I wouldn't go one more, but they want one more. 6, they said. 6. So I'm just going to, is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. This card came out just now, and all of a sudden I heard this voice. Oh my God, I've got that coin. So I don't know who said that and how you could have seen it like here, but I just heard, oh my God, I've got that coin. So if you've got that coin, you may find that coin over the next 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, that's very unique. I don't know where that coin even comes from. Maybe it's a coin from Egypt. Maybe, I mean, looking at that coin, yeah, I really don't know. Could it be a euro coin that's like that? I don't know. Anyway, finances. So I just heard a voice say, oh my God, I got that coin. So I'll leave it like that. It says business and financial matters, fruits of labor paying off, and financial opportunities. And that definitely showed up in your reading. There's definitely more abundance headed your way. I feel like look out for a coin like that, or one that is, maybe you have links to Egypt. or you're thinking about going to Egypt. I mean, this is an Egyptian deck, but because they're showing me the coin, some of you may travel there, and that's the currency, so look out for that. We do have in the shadows, that definitely came up in your reading. Something hidden comes to light. It says, keep your personal life private. Some things are not the right time, so move in silence. So you may be doing something. This is the time period for that, where you're making some changes that you're keeping to yourself at this time, because you don't want to jinx it, or you don't want anything to go wrong by just putting the energy out there. Sometimes when you're really successful, and I see you leveling up and becoming very successful, my beautiful Scorpio, or something going really well for you, while some people, they don't wish you unwell, sometimes your success reminds people of their failures. So they may put a little bit of a negative spin on something that you're trying to accomplish. So just watch out for that. We do have drawing closer. Okay, and it says here, something is around the corner, attracting the right things, bringing closer together. So again, something really positive. And I said something you've been investigating, or something that you've had on your mind for quite some time. It will be realized at the end of May. So you're going to achieve it, accomplish it. And we've also got defeated. And it says, feeling nothing is going right, loss of sense, or having felt lost, overcome by adversity. And I definitely picked up on that energy of you feeling a little bit lost, or feeling that something just isn't right. You know, that dissolving of the caterpillar and the chrysalis, just feeling like you're losing your sense of self in order to rebuild yourself and start again. There's definitely an energy of you emerging that's coming through. We've also got coming out. And it says, making your presence known, coming out of a situation. Oh, wow. It literally says emerging from inactivity. Okay, right at the beginning, I was talking about emerging. So that's definitely something that I've picked up in your energy field. This is a very, very positive month for you. You're making yourself known. You're making your mark. That could be in your career. It could be in your community. It could be in your family. Whatever it is, I feel like you are a force to be reckoned with. And we also have offering. Okay, so someone is going to gift you something in the month of May. It says here, you have something to offer. An offer or proposal is made, and to give and receive. And you definitely got that Six of Pentacles, which is to give and receive. So it's all about reciprocity. I feel the effort you put into something, you're going to get big, major rewards out of it. So it's a very, very positive month. There are a few bumps in the road. If anyone is trying to push your buttons or cause any tension, I feel like you lead with integrity and you ignore the drama. You eradicate the drama and you focus on yourself and your own transformation, because this is your life and this is your journey. Okay, now just going to give you some final cards before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? They only want 2 of these for you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have I am unbreakable. You are strong, my beautiful Scorpio, because you've had to be strong. You've had a life that required you to be strong. So you've learned to roll with the punches in life. You always get up again. And sometimes, especially recently, you may have found it harder and harder to keep getting up. But this time, this is your time to make your mark, and things are going in your favor, and things start getting easier from here. Okay, remember, Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus right up until 2024. So that indicates a lot more positive energy, more sensual energy as well. If you're looking for love, more investment in love or in loving situations, as well as financial prosperity. And finally, we've got I am lovable. Some of you may have been wondering, love has not knocked on your door right now, and you may have been wondering, is there anything to do with you? There is not anything to do with you, my beautiful Scorpio. It's all about divine timing, and you've been going through a very intense period of learning to love yourself. And that is when you change the dynamics and you open yourself up to a soulmate. I definitely see someone coming on in. I feel this person could have very strong Gemini in their chart, as well as Scorpio. A little bit of Leo, a little bit of Aries as well. So a lot of passion. This is someone who's very intelligent, very kind, someone who is a humanitarian. So you may actually meet this person at a charitable event or somewhere where there is justice, or it's connected to justice. I mean, it could literally be that someone that you know, a friend, works in the justice system, and they invite you to a party or to a celebration, and you meet someone by association. So please take it as it resonates. I'm going to leave that there. I'm just going to go and get a rune before we close. Love this one. So we have harvest time. Okay, this is the year rune, which is all about rewards for your hard work. This is about you bringing, achieving peace of mind and all the possibilities available to you to be rewarded for what you are accomplishing. Now, also, some of you may literally receive an award or recognition at work. You may be an email that comes from your boss that says job well done, but there may be a financial incentive or reward that is attached to it, or it could be a literal award where it's like a certificate. Some of you may come out of training. You may be doing an apprenticeship, or you are actually not training, like learning something, studying for something. You'll get a certificate at the end and it'll be very, very successful. And really interesting, you got the arrow. So definitely the only way is up. That's literally what I called the Leo reading as well. You're going to the top, and I feel that song is relevant as well. So listen out for that song. You may hear it in the next 6 weeks or so. That indicates positive change. The arrow indicates the warrior. Okay, all the sacrifices you made, the courage you've had, you will get justice. This is a time of good karma, like a boomerang. It's coming right back towards you. Okay, and I feel like you're only connecting to things that keep your attention, that you've got your eye on. I feel like you've got a target and you will meet your mark. You'll actually make it. And I feel things that you've been questioning, you will find the answers to them as well. Okay, so positive time ahead for you in May. Enjoy the ride. Yes, there will be some bumpy moments in May on a global scale, but on a personal level, I definitely see your thoughts becoming things in the most positive of ways. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Scorpio. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio. Love and light.